the Doug Rising Show. Well, the Doug Rising Show. Well, the Doug Rising Show. I'm Doug Rice. Can they hold it until I go sit down? Because like I can come out like in the curtains, you know, and then kind of hi, and then walk over, and then nod to them as they're still holding. A few of them pass out. Then I sit down, and then they complete. I want it all. How you doing, baby? 2:03 in the afternoon. That's right. You already went to church. I can feel it. I smell it. I feel it in your spirit, but I'm going to cleanse you today. I am going to take away from you the residue that's been placed by those sitting next to you in the pew, and we will take that goddamn grin off your face. How about that, huh? Did you go? Did you go to church? Did you do? What did the pastor tell you? Did he tell you the same thing that he'd been telling you for the last few years? You've been putting $20, $30, $40, $50 in there every week in, week out, week after week, month after month, year after year. You're just giving and giving and giving and getting what? In return, are you getting this? Are you getting woke? Are you getting some topics? Are you getting some news? Are you getting the advice to get that goddamned grin off of your faces? What is he telling you? Is the pastor telling you to go vote? Is he telling you to go support a Democrat, a Republican, a theocrat? What is he telling you to do? What is it? Is the guy talking about the kingdom? Is the minister that ministers to you on Sunday mornings promptly every Sunday at 11, does he talk to you about the kingdom, and does he tell you to prepare that nothing will save what will eventually happen to this place, and to prepare yourselves to leave the exodus for Negroes waiting over 400 years? Is that what they tell you? Or does he tell you the same repetitive nonsense that takes you nowhere, going nowhere, as you reach deep in your pocket year after year to give them the thousands of dollars they fear you will stop giving them if you ever hear they have no way out of here? That's why they're still here with us. All right, so you know what's happening. It's Sunday. You're going to go to work tomorrow. I try to prepare you for your work week. Because you go out there. See, this is where I work right here. I call people and I sell them safety equipment. That's what I do. Everybody can text me at the number that the Trina provides in chat, 480-992-5959, if you need safety products for Negroes. First contact, personal safety products. Send you a catalog, you order some shit, and it's sent to you. That's how we do it. That's how I make a living, and that's what gives me the untethered situation I live in that allows me to say what the fuck I want whenever I want to. And that's what you get. That's the Doug Rice Show. That's what I do. That's what I've done and will continue to do so. I got the topics. I got the tabs open. I got the attitude. And I've got the Negroes in front of me. Please tap the screen, share the live, comment, do all the things you want to do, but please understand I can't read your comments. Don't ask me anything. Katrina will answer you. Share this live as we follow the format. This is not a program. You have been programmed. I have been programmed. And my effort here is to format and to deprogram you so that you may reprogram yourselves with the truth. And we here talk about the truth. The only way to get to it, the only way to get through it, is to cut through the caucasity with the knife of negrosity. And how that's accomplished, my friends, my brothers, my sisters, is very simple. You must walk about this place without a goddamned grin on your face. And that will tell the tale without fail To no avail, they won't get through to you. You'll impale the very heart of the system that they hold in front of you, heartlessly, exposing all of us to caucasity, as we do everything to avoid the monstrosity built here in front of us, continually. I drift. All right, let's go. All right. Don't drop your phones. I'm not paying for phones. I yell. What do you want? Fuck you. All right, 207. I curse, too. I use profanity. I do use profanity. The reason I do is because I don't want anybody to confuse me with anybody of any respect. I'm not trying to be respectable. I'm not a minister. I'm not looking for followers. I don't need to lead. No, I'm just a Negro with a big damn mouth that knows how to speak. That's all. And I just encourage you might listen to me. All right. Here are the topics. Here's what I got. Not too little. It's not a lot. But it's enough to capture the attention while I mention that Hebrews everywhere here trapped beyond their ability to comprehend that we are at war. War has been declared on all of us as we sit in this penal colony for Negroes, built by us and for us, which is a kind of a complicated dichotomy. So we start with the first topic, that topic being recess is in order. That's right, recess! I call recess. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I'm calling it. I'm telling you to drop whatever you are fucking doing. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, Hebrews, Israelites, Israel, House of David, royal family, you, recess in order. It's time to recess. It's time that we recess. Time we pull back. Recess in order. Do you see what they're doing? Can you read the signs? Are you not aware of what's on their minds? Can you not see it? Are you not aware? I mean, it's just right over there. They are losing it. It's time for recess. Start with your mental. In excess of all they express, you have to recess into something. I digress. Just recess. Time out. Don't make the bed. Don't pick up your room. You ain't got to do shit. Nothing. I mean that. You ain't got to do nothing. Just sit there and wait. God Almighty is on the way. It's not going to be too late. The kingdom, it's coming. They know it too. Recess in order. I'm talking to you. All right, folks, you know what I'm saying. Recess. Recess. It's time that we recess into, we gather amongst ourselves. We bring it what they call the fuck in. Let me explain something to you. You think that we're not going to see each other? Oh, we're going to see each other because we're going to have no choice. Once whatever takes form, takes its shape within this country, and the norm goes out the window, and they're able to freely express more, and then they're going to lose their minds. They're going to murder and kill and maim. I mean, who are we talking about? They show it. They express their sentiment in cinema, in movies. I mean, we've got The Purge. It's now just continual servants of their intention. And then you've got folks, the safety has left so long ago just over in Europe. Mass graves, mass rapes, mass burials. What do you think they want to do here? What do you think's on their mind? I just tend to think there's something wrong with their kind. And their kind, I mean, in all due respect, those who are recessive in every respect. Recess in order. Recess. It's not a bad idea, I can tell you that. You can look at them and where we're at. Going downhill. This ain't our thing. I ain't going to sit here no more and dance and sing. I'm going to get out their way, let them explore. Oh, shit. Recess in order. Not going to say anymore. That is number one. That's our anchor topic. That's what we try to come up with 7 topics. I do 7 topics, and then I look up some tabs that I've opened. I've got some news that we peruse together as Hebrews. So I bring the receipts needed to get the grins off the faces of so many that wear that as an offering to so many ungrateful individuals that just, like vampires, just take in the Negro warmth. For free, you give it. All right, second, gifts. Gifts for God. You know, we have gifts. All of us, each of us. God has given us gifts. And we see the use of those gifts that make some Negroes rich. Those gifts should be set aside for the Most High God. I don't see those gifts being offered elsewhere. It's quite odd. Gifts for God. That's our next topic. Gifts for God. You know, what I do is I see the folks like, the guys that create great music, like Jay-Z. Folks tell them great jokes, like the little short one. You know what I'm talking about. And they the talent and the skill, I mean, they hone it so finely. They can't wait for these folks to dinner and wine them, you know. And they offer the gifts that should be given to God Almighty. They give them to Him for just a small amount of whatever they might get in return. And those gifts, things that we should preserve, everything that's the best of you should be given to the Creator first. The gifts that we have been given are given to express the Creator's greatness, not ours. Gifts for God. I see them being wasted, that's all. I see, the talented few, us, the caricatures they want to hold up and kind of offer as beacons we should all gravitate toward, as they use their gifts to buck and dance in front of them, stir them into a trance while they make them rich and wonderful. It's just a waste, that's all. I wonder what happens to them when the Creator arrives with the kingdom, all those that have been bucking and dancing and singing and shucking and jiving and shaking their asses for the masses. I wonder what becomes of those if too late the kingdom arrives and they're still in their pose. I wonder. All right, well, one thing I've noticed is Trump. Trump's exposes a lot. This boy is just horrible, huh? They got this new girl. Wrote a book about this dude. He didn't want to go to this man in the face of what he expresses. In all that he does, he gets the support that he loves. Those individuals know of this man's character. They shadow him. They look after him. And him being exposed as the abhorrent creature that he most certainly is only aligns to the abhorrency that follows him. And that's just kind of, that bodes ill for us Negroes here. Because if he ever gets back in office, he wants to do some heinous shit. Trump exposes a lot. That lays into the Curdle Rising. That of the worst of the folks here rising to the top, being elevated to positions of power and prominence, being given the entitlement to do the things that they've dreamed of doing as a nobody, and now somebody doing the things that affect everybody. I'm talking about Marjorie Taylor Greene, nondescript in her personage. You'd expect to find this woman at a Walmart greeting you, more likely shadowing you, asking you for your receipt, which I never give. But the curdle rises like spoiled milk, these spoiled children whining about their lot in life, gripping power and climbing up the tower to look out and decide who lives and who dies. It's going to be an interesting thing. If they swing the pendulum back the way toward the Republican side, they won't abide a single moment that has passed without a change in the vibe. And all of a sudden you're going to have Marjorie and her ilk. Oh my God. Boebert. Oh my goodness. It's going to be horrible. It's going to be horrible. All I can tell you is the curdle seems rising to the top. I don't think there's any stopping this. No stop. This is going to happen. And as it happens, we are here trapped in the middle of this. We need to steer clear of the carnage that they most certainly plan ahead to do to all of you, and me included. Doesn't matter what we might exude. They just want to do that thing they do. Violence, mayhem. You know, all that shit. Yeah, the curdle is rising, folks. I see it. You know, the worst of the worst of the worst given clear path now to do their worst in the worst possible time as this country seems hollowed out, relieved of those through war, of all that might keep at bay what we see and hear about today, that curdle, that sour, rotten milk of their ilk taking control. Lost souls. All right. Yeah, folks. Welcome to the Doug Rice Show's 219 in the afternoon. I usually do morning shows. And yeah, I'm doing that shit now. I don't know why. You know, I ain't gonna lie. I like the shit. It's fun. You know, it makes you look at things a bit more interestingly now. And I do appreciate your support. There are links that Katrina can provide that will help in supporting this endeavor. It does assist in me paying Katrina something once in a while. You know, not just giving her a bunch of Yahoo mouth, you know. So, Curdle Rising, that being a fact established now, let me ask you, what's there not saying about us? What's not being told about us? You notice how quiet our history has been muffled through time to obscure and somehow align with their history and stop at a point no further than a year when we got to this joint. And that somehow has always held in my mind a way to try to find a kind of information that tells me what's not being told about Negroes. What aren't they saying about us? You know, it's gonna come out. I've got no doubt. It's gonna get clear. We're gonna hear exactly the story. And all its sarcastic glory. The things that they've done and said and did. I tell you, somebody better put in their bid to tell us the truth now before it's too late. I can tell you without doubt, I'm ready to wait. But what is not being told about Negroes? What's the hidden history that they suppose to hide from us just behind the lines of truth that they want to somehow obscure and muddy up and say it begins here? We will tell you where your beginning and end begins and end. We will be the custodian of the truth. And so far the truth for them has been something they now really wish to avoid in the form of CRT. They are really coming unglued on that, huh? That basic historic truth of their part in all that involved us arriving here. They want that removed from the history books, and they want to start a new beginning that favors them greatly. But here lately, it doesn't seem to our best interest to be interested in rewriting that which is known. And Quite exciting. But what's not told about us, there's a missing piece. It's right there. Come on, at least give us a clue as to who we might be. Well, I've done some reading. Now, let me tell you what I see. We're Hebrews, lost tribe of David, Judah. Yeah, we don't worship no Buddha. There's a tribe that's imposters, one and all. They made a call and got a country. Now, of course, we have to make our way over there and take it back. But what's not told about us, the simple fact is who we are anchors what's going on around the globe and will forever be told as the truth unfolds that we are Hebrew, not just Negroes. We're a family, a royal patronage of set-apart individuals promised by God Almighty that as time goes, your position will be reasserted back in the place where we started. What's not told about us will be told about us before it's too late. All right. Hey, you like that shit? I liked it too. It was fun. That is the truth, though. You know, they're keeping secrets. Somebody's going to spill. Somebody's going to spill. You know, it's building. It's building. It's building. There's just too much energy. We is on their minds. What we on your minds for? Y'all got shit to do. You got problems. I always point to my TV, just to let you know. You got to even impede. They are there right square in your face. So I heed you to pay more attention to the problem you've there and not any problem you think you have here. What if? What if? I thought about this one. I don't know if you want to follow with me on this one, but what if Jesus, Yeshua, the other Messiah thing I can't pronounce yet because, well, I'm not that deep. But Yeshua, what if Yeshua was trying to tell us something about ourselves as Negroes? What if all the things pitted against us in the assurance that the upper hand is always over our head and in line with the control that makes them feel real comfortable? What if all of that was for nothing? What if Jesus, Yeshua, what if he set the tone in explaining to us in an offhanded way through all that he had to do and say that all the things that they require to feel safe don't necessarily make them safe from our space? I give you some examples that you should think about. Very, very simple. What if Jesus was trying to tell you something? See, they went from 200 million to 400 million guns in this country in a span of 10 years, from 2010 to 2020. Then they've started just a melee of murder and killing throughout the land, and they've just got the gun in each and every hand, and they've got some overkill going with that, I understand, but for goodness sake, man to man, what do they need so much firepower for? It's not like they've got any threat in store specifically from Negroes who they seem to pour bullets into galore at 120, 124 at a clip, and that's it. We're dead on the floor. So what if Jesus was trying to tell us that they are that terrified of us for reasons we've yet to discover, in that perhaps if there comes a time they try to do us harm, they might freeze in place without any alarm. I mean, they went after Yeshua, if you remember, and they weren't able to lay their hands on him. No. You know, he just kind of got away. He also went crazy in the money change. Nobody put their hands on him, and I'm sure he cursed a few ways there, but I digress. Nobody messed with him until there was appropriate time to be messed with, and I'm of the mind that the overkill that they provide for themselves to feel safe and alive over Negroes is of no consequence to those of us that have faith that no matter what, we'll be able to strut our butts right out of here, safe and sound, and they won't be able to fire off a round. What if? I don't know. What if? What if we're Neo? What if we're, I don't know. There's no telling. Okay. All right. 2:28 in the afternoon. It's on a Sunday. I'm trying to keep you entertained, but hey, stay tuned. We'll get through this together, just you and me. Okay? All right. Lastly, folks, I want to tell you, we don't own it. We don't own it. We don't own it. Let me tell you what I mean. How many of you find yourself getting anxious at the television screen or listening to what's being screamed by them? The alarm, our democracy, and then they go here and there and they point out all that these men are doing without saying that these men are doing it. And you find yourself kind of caught up and anxious and wondering, oh, what's going to become of it? And then suddenly you catch yourself and understand that we don't own it. We don't own any of this shit. They're not asking us anything about what's going on. They're not conferencing with us and bringing us on. They're just doing what they want to do without the consideration of any of you or even me. Negroes, you know it's true. So, we don't own it. You know, do you? Do you know that we don't own this shit? Why own it at all? I mean, for God's sakes, it's just about to fall. So why feel bad they've trapped you here against your own will? And they walk around with side-eye looking at us like they're ill, doing all kind of things to end our lives greatly. But I can tell you this, I've come to discover we don't own any of this shit lately. Not a fucking bit. So when I look at the demise of all the things they do while reporting it in frantic anticipation of their end, I don't worry a single bit, not giving a damn, not even a fuck about what happens to these captors that trapped my ancestors so long ago here, took their lives, their freedom, their identity. And there they murdered and burned and hung and did all kind of shit while we tried to pray and we sung and we survived this shit. Now it might be brought to an end. So we don't own it. Not now and not then. All right, we're done. I liked it. I hope you did too, baby. The Doug Rises Show. Come on, baby. We're going to get that fucking music. I want a band, motherfuckers. Hey! It's still Sunday. Still Sunday, you in your domicile, and we just talking. We talking out the hearing of the masses. You know what I'm saying? The masses. Secret speak. All right, so the second half of this melee is that I look at the news, I peruse with Hebrews, all in an effort to get that damned smile off the faces of so many of us determined to give for free the negrosity that we should keep to ourselves. Trust me. You know, the warm and fuzzies of the smile that you project, you need to protect with everything that you have. What the heck? Be a bit more cautious in what you project. And the news. So I read the news for this purpose. I'm telling you to get the grin off your face, a smile. Smirk is okay. A perfunctory smirk of condescension or contempt their way might do them some good. So that can stay. It's the full tooth grin that's gotta go away. And I mean that shit. You better hear what I say. So, I go over the news, the details, the highlights, so that, you can kind of sit through and understand what I like to read to get the grin off my face. Because I can tell you this, it's never in place. If I'm out this house, there's nothing to smile. I can go 20 feet, I can go 20 miles. The grin is protection against the caucasity. We all must protect ourselves. Period. All right, so here's what we got. First order of business. Let's see what's happening. I don't know. Middleton resident fatally shoots an 80-pound black bear. Now, me and Katrina picked this one apart. We think it's a dog whistle. First, a Middleton resident fatally shoots 80-pound black bear. The blackness is what they're talking about. We've got to get rid of this damn construct of race. There's no place in our face. But I just kind of tripped on that they used a resident instead of just a guy shot an 80-pound black bear. But they put the weight of the bear and the fact that he's resident, that's a dog whistle, lets you know as a resident anything associated with being black in the neighborhood, open season. Or am I reaching for no reason? It's possible. Let's continue. The Doug Rises Show. Let's continue. Okay. 60s flair is in there. You feel it. I know. Next. Oh, what do we got here? Woman dubbed Black Widow dies in California prison. Well, there was a mix-up. Not making light of her death when I'm saying you cannot go in any correctional institution at the hands of these slave catchers and have your moniker associated with any word that's associated with anything that is black and not be expressly anticipated that you will be attacked at all times from all places until you are dead. I gotta say it. She should have called herself Red. That was bad. But it did flow. Moving on. The Doug Rises Show. Baby. A question of trust. Why Britain's banks are failing to attract black entrepreneurs. A question of trust. Yeah, you don't trust black people with money. Shut the fuck up. What's wrong with you? Because we are going to, if anyway, Negro will take the money and never give you goodbye. Have a nice day. Reparations. You put something on it. I'm just joking. But no, I mean, a question, is it a question of trust? Is that why black, or is it just a question of racism? I don't know. Is it a question of trust, or is it a question of racist disdain for anything that's Negro? Black celebs are dying. No, I feel a lot of black people are dying. Yeah. I love Jessica. I mean, you write well, a little 2-minute read. Jessica Washington, The Root, solid. But do you feel like a lot of black celebs are dying? Yes. The reason you feel that there are a lot of black celebs dying, young Miss Washington, is because there are a lot of black people dying at the hands of those who call themselves white people. I mean, it's just math, baby. No. Okay. I'll stop. All right, black voting districts are vanishing as the Supreme Court gets out its eraser. Still grinning? You voting? I wish I would catch any one of you skinning and grinning and cheesing. I really do. In front of the oppressor, as I read this, address you, I would do so strongly take you to the side, slide, glide, and just kind of give you the vibe that if you don't get that goddamn grin off your face, I will need to escort you promptly out of this place. We have no business smiling in this place around any of these individuals. You understand, all of this is happening by design, man to man. All of this, as some smile right back at you. Look at what's happening all around you. The ones that care don't have the power to do shit. So it's an empty smile. It's an empty, meaningless, powerless, fake, phony, disingenuous bullshit smile that returns the warmth of the Negro smile that gives them free, beautiful energy that they take and later use to say something obscene about Negroes. Ain't that something? The folks that can do something to change your circumstances will never smile in your face. Moving on. The Doug Rises Show. Moving on out. North Carolina sheriff caught on tape using racist language. I'm sick of these black guys. Well, you went off, didn't he? Man, what's wrong with you, man? What's wrong? Bob, shut up. Somebody reported this dude. You know, he'd been around black people. Had to. He says he wants to fire folks that work for him. So he knows how to play the game, be on code, move the smile back and forth in front of Negro faces as needed. Right? One day he lost his cool, he lost his shit, he didn't know what to do. He told the real, he made you feel real bad. What the fuck did you do? You told on this man instead of asking him if he needed a hug and sending him on his damn way. Go drive something, go do something. Nobody wants to hear that. Nobody gives a fuck. But no. You done ruined this poor man's life for being himself. Now he's going to be put up on a goddamn shelf. They're going to replace him with a slicker version of him. You better believe he'll know how to keep that all in. And as they slowly rearrange all of the personnel, and you get your pink slip, you'll look at it and go, what the hell? You'll be reminded what I've said today. You should have just let this sheriff be on his way. Moving on. Oh, you didn't think about that shit, did you? He let you see who he was. Let him be. Let him be. Fire all you black men. Okay, Bill, they're all fired. Can we get our jobs back? We got uniforms. Good? All right, go fucking drive something. Jeez, what is he talking about? But no, now you're going to have a real slick one. You ain't never going to be able to tell. Young Miami declares herself the Black Oprah. I don't even know who young... What are you talking about, woman? What are your priorities? Brothers, sisters, are you kidding me? You are looking at all that's happening, the slow evolution, the rotation that's occurring within the minds of these sick, twisted, insecure individuals prone to go off, and behind that you think this the prudent move to replace Oprah and put it in the news. Have you lost your contempted mind? Before you get your behind somewhere where you can come to focus. Well, this fucking hocus pocus nonsensical idiocy. Nobody cares that you want to be Oprah. See? What do you mean? How can you declare? Can you do that? Okay, I just declare myself the white something then, I guess? I don't know. What the fuck? They just want it so bad. It's just got to be had. I don't get it. I don't get it. What is she not black? She looks like she... Okay, moving on. I'll stop. Hey, I'll only spend a little time. All right. Ron DeSantis, appointee of major black county, resigns over Clay KK. DeSantis, what are you doing? Don't accept his resignation. No, the guy that was appointed by Ron DeSantis, why did he resign the majority black county? No, I want that man working for us. No man will work harder for a black community. Now you're going to get somebody in there that's going to pretend. Again, you've made the wrong choice. You need your enemy full face frontally in front of you, square, so that you can clearly see every nuance of their caucasity right there, square in front of you. Don't you hide these fools. What the hell's wrong with you? Ron DeSantis appointee, Klan photos, good. Put him right back where he belongs, right where he should. Do the best good he can do for Negroes like me and like you. Say it. The Doug Rises Show. Well, the Doug... I don't know. You guys know what's happening. You know what's coming. I mean, it's storms over there in Florida. I hope everybody's running. I hope everybody's staying in place, whatever you need to save your space. Here we go. I wanted to comment on Tiffany Haddish. She's not gone. She's in a timeout. She'll be back. Her career is fine. She's got the name. She's got the establishment. She has the apparatus. You understand? There's not going to be some loss for her. All she's doing is chilling until everything can just kind of be put right back where it was, slowly and surely. I told Katrina she's making the jokes of this whole fiasco now, so that she can later go and do those jokes on some show she'll be booked on, and God knows how much per show. Did that went well. I thought that went well. Yeah, Tiffany's not gone. She's not canceled. Stop. She just refused to give it up. I mean, her personal space. And I commend her for that. She comes off like you can't be in her face about that kind of stuff, And I commend her, but I don't know. If she does it again, she might just have to go. So, all right, the Doug Rises Show, baby. Check this out. So I look up black dude, right? You listen to this headline. Why are some spots black? What kind of headline is that? So what you saying? You asking a question like you accusing. You feel me? Why are sunspots black? I don't know, man. I don't know. What they black? I don't know. What you see? What you got a meeting something? What? What you asking that question for? I mean, in the negative connotation of the question, like it's an attacking situation. It's like it's in your face and it's just there, just begging you to be as racist as you can bear. I don't understand that. Why are some spots black? They don't ask the color of any other kind of color. They don't attack what's colors that other colors may be, but they'll attack the color black just because it's there to not fucking see. I hate that headline. I probably shouldn't, but who wouldn't? Moving on. The Doug Rises Show, baby. The Doug Rises. Hey, if I hear another goddamn word about Black Panther, Wakanda forever, I will forever try to turn the term Wakanda into some kind of foul obscenity. I kid you not. I will make it my mission in life to make Wakanda mean something of some kind of strife, some foul, obscene thing that no one will say until the word Wakanda just goes the fuck away. I can't stand the caucasity associated with Wakanda, which has absolutely nothing to do with us, yet they wanted to believe it has everything to do with us. I can't stand it. I'm going to have to block Wakanda coming back on the return of my searches. I guess that's what I have to do. Sorry about that. Trina knew that was coming. She's like, I knew that was coming. He hates that. Come on, the Doug Rises Show. Come on up, the Doug Rises Show. And what do we got? Black, Korean, and searching for the American dream. What the fuck does that have to do with anything? I don't understand that. So you come from Korea and you're black, and Korean, which means you're black, and you're searching for the American dreams. And when people look at you, though you are black, Korean, they see that you are black. So what is the deal? How much space do we have to expand in their minds? Mental is getting a bit confined. I don't know. Can you see? Can you fit? Because I don't know. There's too much space. They may not board. That's it. You know what I mean? I mean, they walk around with Negroes, just the sound that we go just in their ears, just echoing and echoing and echoing. Negro, Negro, Negro. We ain't even around this. We're not even thinking about you. We even cares. Trina was telling me that, racial equality, you can't deconstruct the racial construct that has stuck in this society and run amok. The reason that is because they're too afraid of what may occur if even playing field is there. They might think we have vengeance on our mind and nothing could be further than the kind. I don't understand the reasoning of the fear that's so near, always present, right there to hear these guys here to fear of retaliation. Thought we were a part of your nation. We're not, I liked it. Moving on. You know I got coffee, right? So get coffee, right? I love it. All right, so the police mocked a handcuffed black man with asthma, and when he said he had chest pains, he had a heart attack and died. So, what you do is this. When you go your ass to work tomorrow, you about to walk in that goddamn job you grinning cheesing so goddamn much. I want you to think back on that headline right there. I just want you to understand, because here's, in perspective juxtaposed to this man, they wouldn't do this to their own. You know, that's where they stand. That's where they're at. That's where they're with Negroes up here and in here. And this is what they'll do if they get their fucking hands on you. And don't you understand, all that's needed is a call. It's heated. Police will come on the scene armed and ready to do whatever they feel is needed. And if you do anything out of sorts, that will be the sort of experience that you will not need. You are just a notion away from that circumstance every fucking day. As Negroes, no other person suffers that way. That it could go from 0 to 100 like that, and you're done. Don't you have a goddamn smile on your face when your face hits the sun? You hear me? This ain't the place. You got to think about that. You know, quickly shit changes. Just dudes, boom, handcuffs, asthma, chest pains, dead. Somebody called the police on them. They weren't there waiting. You know what I mean? All right. Here we go. Oh, I was asked, I don't understand this. I was asked to agree to a white people are racist contract at work. Who the fuck asked you to agree with that brilliant truth? And why didn't you sue the job that came up with that interesting idea that cuts to the chase of most things associated with the problems Negroes suffer from day to day? But I digress. I'm curious. White people are racist. What do you mean you had to sign that? I'd have told somebody to get on my face with that shit. That's crazy. They're not. Those are folks that associate themselves with that color-coded spectrum of self. Those individuals can be as racist as hell, but if we simply erased the color-coded spectrum, the divider that someone put in place so that they would be on top and everyone else would be just under their space, that would all go away in a matter of days. Everybody would go to tribalism, which is exactly where it should stay. But, again, far be it for me to say more than I should. I believe I have done the show. It is good. Yeah, baby! Brought that shit to a close, baby. Brought the shit to a close, baby. The Doug Rises Show. Well, the Doug Rises Show. Sing with me, the Doug Rises Show. Well, the Doug Rises Show. I'm Doug Rice. That's what I want. Could somebody... Yeah, mother... Look, you got to get with the program before the program gets with you. Oh, and the program is getting with you. The program has every fucking intent of getting with you, Negroes. Do you understand me? They are putting the program right in front of you, Negroes. Family, it is about you. Notice Notice how much distance they have right now. Notice how quiet they are. They're plotting. What do you think is going on? What do you think is about to happen? What are they thinking? What's going through their minds? Are you not looking? Are you not watching? There are some of us determined to get along. Some of us determined to convince ourselves that all is well. And nothing could be further from the truth, as in their minds the slow twist of what they think of us takes a sinister turn. And then what? Now, look, all I'm telling you to do is wake up. And if you don't believe me that this is going on in this space, you take yourself a chance. Just once, twice. You got to get with this program. Get that grin off your face. See how they treat and regard you from that point on. 24 hours, no smile. Not some aggressive rug smuggling nonsense that's got no style. I mean, a serious countenance. You look 10 feet ahead of you. No eye contact, no invitation to interact. You're a Negro on track. You're going from point A to point B. You're sure of yourself. You know what you're doing. You're not asking questions. You're not inviting a how you doing. You're not open for conversation. You have a destination, and you'll get there without any conflagration or molestation. The only way to do that, safe and sound in this place, is to get that goddamned grin off your face. You get it.